Back with the next part, Street Legal. I desperately tried to pretend I was calm. Give me the details. What do you mean Masamune's whereabouts are unknown? Probably exactly that.
Yes, my lady.
The vassal bowed his head and continued to speak with a shaky voice.
They lost sight of him during a brawl with an army of demons in front of the Rokaku castle. We've also been informed he suffered an injury before he disappeared.
How serious was the injury?
We don't know anything else. Sir Fuma's troops had only told us that much before returning to Rokaku Kanonji Castle.
Masamune had been injured. I felt like my body was being torn apart. Was he taken prisoner? One word boiled up inside me after the initial shock sank in. No. I will absolutely not let him die. I couldn't allow him to die. I lost my page. Let's see. I can't abandon the castle. I mean, it's not like I can save him. What am I supposed to do? Run out there by myself and I don't even know where I'm going? I couldn't abandon the castle. I was this castle's princess. I was the only one left in the family who could protect the castle. Not to mention, if I abandoned the castle to go to Masamune, the vassals would be in trouble.
What's the matter, princess?
The vassals were worried because I had covered my face. It's nothing. What do you mean, what's the matter? I'm worried about Masamune, of course. What do you think? How'd you think I would take the news? Oh, but... Masamune, where were you? How bad were your wounds? Were you in pain? I felt like I was going to die just thinking about it. When I pressed my lips together tightly, a hand reached out to support me. Princess, let's go to your room. A handmaid took my hand and spoke to the vassals. The princess is exhausted. She can't rest if she's amongst a crowd of people. It would be best if she went down to her room and rested.
Then we'll accompany.
No, you two stay here. The demons won't come up as long as the gate is still intact. Also, at a time like this, she'll be more comfortable without men around.
That is true, but...
I'll be by her side. I tried to tell her I was fine, but she put a finger on her lips as a sign to quiet me. Is she gonna help me sneak out? Do as I tell you. Huh? She took me to my room and concealed her voice. Now go, princess. I'll pretend to be you sleeping in your futon. That will buy you enough time until morning. There isn't anyone around right now, so please be quick. I shall... But you'll be punished. Yes, I must be concerned. But you'll be punished. The handmaid shook her head and spoke in response to my worries. My beloved was killed by the demons. Aw. Please save Mr. Masamune. Thank you. I ran at full speed down the hallway. There was an underground passage in the castle, a secret cave only the royal family knew about. If I used it, then I could get to another part of the castle, or even to the outside safely. Originally, I'd planned on using the passage when the demons invaded the castle on that day, but before I'd reached the secret passage, the demon had blocked my path. Please, Masamune, be safe. I went next to the stable and bought out my horse. As I suspected, everyone was busy fighting the demons. No one noticed I'd taken a horse. I could hear Yukimoto's voice from afar.
Bring the oil, pour it on the demons below, and fire flaming arrows.
People were carrying rubble to drop on the demons, while others were busy shooting arrows at them. The only safe place left in the castle was the center bailey. Everyone was fighting desperately. What was I, the sole survivor of the household who led this country, doing in this chaos? I was abandoning my castle and my people, all for the sake of one man. Everyone, please forgive me. Still, I didn't want to be separated from Masamune. I went outside of the castle and rode my horse while relying on the moonlight to guide me. I didn't know where Masamune could be. All I could do was go toward Rokaku Kanonji Castle. After I'd gone off for a while, I heard a soft voice calling to me from my bosom.
Princess, they're here! They're here! I can feel my brethren's presence further ahead.
Are you trying to tell me there are demons over there?
Yes, exactly. The man you're looking for isn't over there. He isn't there, so it's better not to go.
I don't trust that. That, sounds kind of misleading. I stopped my horse. The dagger had said if I go up further, demons would be waiting there. He also said no humans were there. But was it telling the truth? It was true this dagger saved my life, but I could tell it didn't mean it was my ally. It was cheerful when it told me Masamune would go back to his world if his memories were restored. I'm going. I rode my horse one more time, and the dagger panicked.
Stop! It's dangerous!
That's why I'm going. I have to eradicate as many demons as I can, don't I? The dagger became silent. I might have imagined it, but I thought I'd heard it click its tongue. Now that I thought about it, the thing sealed in it was a small demon. The things rampaging around my nation were demons. It even called them its brethren. Was this a sign? After I continued on further, I saw a huge demon come into my field of view. A stray demon, huh? How lucky. It looked like it was alone. And in front of the demon was a man on its knees holding a sword. Sorry, a man on his knees holding a sword. Is it Masamune? I let go of the horse's reins, grabbed my bow and called his name. Masamune!
Princess!
I took aim and fired immediately. The arrow bounced off the demon's neck.
Oh, come on, Saya.
The eyes!
Gah!
It was just like Masamune had told me. Their skin was thick. My arrows couldn't scratch it. With my skill, I couldn't aim for its vitals this far away, not to mention I was on horseback. However, the demon noticed me, and I took his attention away from Masamune. It looked at me, and Masamune comparing us. It slowly came toward me. I got off my horse and spanked my horse. Why? Why are we sending my horse away? Now go! The demon fixated its stare at me and let the horse go. Well, I'm glad the horse will be okay, but still, it wasn't a good idea.
What are you doing? Run away!
I ignored Masamune's cries. Come over here. While I said that, I took all the arrows out of my quiver and put them in the dirt. Come here. I'm sure a woman has a softer meat and is more delicious than a man. I wanted it to come closer. That way it would be easier to aim at. Once it got close enough. I'll mince you up and serve you on a plate. Ugh, who would want to eat that? The demon roared as it came closer. It looked like it was laughing with blazing eyes and open mouth. I asked myself, was I shaking? No. Was I afraid? No. I wouldn't lose with the skills Masamune had taught me. Come on, come a little closer. Don't be shy, get a little closer. I didn't run from the demon. I slowly drew my bowstring.
If you take aim, you should try shooting the eyes.
I should shoot the eyes?
If its mouth is open, aim for there.
Or should I go for the mouth? Well, if its mouth is open... The demon came closer. He was about 10 yards away. It lifted its claw-adorned arm. I aimed for its eye and fired. It circled around as it covered its eye. However, this wasn't the end of it. I quickly drew my next arrow. The wounded demon had been calm a moment ago, but now came violently toward me. It was strange. I could see the demon's movements going slowly, even though it was moving with an earth-trembling ferocity. It opened its mouth wide. I could see its uneven teeth lining up with its throat. One shot. I continued with another shot. I was in a trance. I took the arrows off the ground, fired, and repeated. When I come to my senses, the demon's enormous fangs and its dark throat were right in front of me. It was an inch away from me. My fist was inside the demon's mouth. How did my fist get inside the demon's mouth? And then the demon stopped moving. I slowly pulled my arm back. Did I actually stab an arrow into his mouth? Am I that cool? I then stepped back a few feet and took a hard look at the demon. There were a number of arrows placed inside its mouth. It didn't even twitch. It's dead. As I mumbled, The strength in my hips gave out. I plopped down on the dirt, and suddenly tears flowed from my eyes.
Princess, are you all right?
Masamune sounded worried. Masamune. I crawled toward him. When I'd passed by the demon's body, strength gushed forth in my body. I stood up and ran. Masamune! I jumped toward him and clung to Masamune. He caught me and rubbed my back to soothe me.
Are you hurt?
I'm fine.
I swear, I was scared beyond belief. I stayed silent because it might have been fatal, but I'm glad you aren't hurt.
I'm glad you're not hurt too.
Calm down. Talk after you stopped crying.
I nodded over and over again. He let me rub my face on his garment. He was alive. He was really alive. My joy was unimaginable.
So, the tomboy ran out of the castle on a whim. I went to scold you, but thanks to you, I nearly avoided dying. Your archery was amazing, thank you.
I have you to thank for that. I was glad to hear those words. It was proof that Masamune's training was worth it. I had heard you were lost and hurt. Jeez. I hadn't known what to do, but I just couldn't sit here and wait.
It's shameful, but I'd gotten lost while I was fighting with the demons.
Ah.
I'd been thrown off my horse, fell into an embankment and lost consciousness.
Jeez, I'm just glad you're safe.
No, I'm sorry. I might have been a little too eager in making great achievements.
Masamune smiled and stood up.
In any case, let's get out of here.
Yeah. He pulled me up by my arm, and I finally realized he had a serious injury on his left shoulder. That looks terrible.
It's nothing. It's not as painful as it looks. I'm glad they didn't get I'm glad they didn't get my dominant hand.
Hold on for a bit. I ripped my undershirt with the dagger and made a thin piece of cloth to wrap around his shoulder. What are we going to do?
Let me think.
He was deep in thought.
If a demon came and attacked us, that means Rokaku Kanonji Castle is still intact.
If the demons were still present, the door to the underworld must have still been open.
Actually, on my way here, I found a big hole that the demons were coming out of.
Really?
Yeah, if we block that hole, we might be able to...
The demons might disappear, right?
We might be able to get rid of the demons without invading Kanonji Castle. Even if we don't kill all the demons, we can stop new ones from coming.
He was right. If the demons couldn't multiply anymore, the battles would become easier.
That's what I was thinking, but I couldn't come up with a plan to close the hole.
Well, easier said than done, huh?
Even if we try to fill it up, it's a big hole.
When Masamune spoke, I heard a voice from my bosom.
Tie me to an arrow and shoot me into the hole.
Don't listen. I won't listen to anything you had to say ever again. I sternly declared my words.
Princess, don't tease me like that.
A while ago you lied to me, telling me there was no one here, didn't you? You're just a liar. There's no way I'd believe you.
Princess, who are you talking to? What is this voice?
This time I'm telling you the truth. I want to go back to the underworld.
Why? Why would I help you return to your original master?
This blade has the power to seal a demon. It can seal the hole to the underworld as well.
I stayed silent and pressed the dagger for answers.
I'm not lying. It's the truth. Therefore, princess, you should...
Masamune stole the dagger that was hidden deep within my bosom. So he reached in my bosom and grabbed the dagger from there? Jeez, Masamune, please don't put your hands on my body like that. I complained to him, but it was like he wasn't listening at all.
How queer. This dagger can talk? How? Where is its Where is its mouth?
And that's the biggest of your concerns here? He dangerously turned the dagger upside down. The dagger panicked and made a commotion.
Stop! Stop that this instant!
What do you care how you're handled?
You'll break me. I'm going to be destroyed.
I stopped Masamune's hand. Oh, enough! Just continue! If I throw you into the hole into the underground, it'll close up?
You just can't throw me into it. I have to go as deep in as I can. Then you need to shoot Rokaku Takeori's soul deep underground.
We have to shoot his soul? Can we do that?
Yes, you can. You can shoot his soul. It will sever the connection with his corpse. If the connection is severed, the illusion will vanish, and the hole will naturally close.
I looked up at Masamune, and he nodded.
In any case, we don't have any other leads. Let's go to the hole.
After walking for a while, we luckily found Masamune's horse. We both rode on it and went toward the hole. On the road, I casually explained what the dagger was.
I see. It's a treasure that can grant wishes. And you said it saved the once destroyed castle.
Yes. I told him how I'd been in danger and clung to the dagger asking for help. However, I couldn't talk about the people who had come to help me. One of those men was Masamune, and he'd been given fake memories.
But I don't remember anything like that happening.
That's because, if you remembered, everyone would get suspicious, right? So...
I see. That was also the work of the dagger. What a mysterious power.
After Masamune had praised it, the dagger let out a suspicious laugh. I didn't know what this dagger was thinking. It was eerie. From the beginning, a small demon had been living inside it. It was inevitable not to know.
We're here, Princess.
As we looked down from the high ground, we could see a giant valley before us. Where?
No, look closely. This is the hole.
I'd realized it once he said it. I could see something squirming deep in the hole. It looked like a small bug, but it was a person. And the fluttering red lights were flames.
Oh, this really is a hole to the underworld.
The dagger clattered and danced from within its scabbard.
Oh, I'm so happy, so happy. The sweet smell of corpses and flames warming them up. Now, Princess, a little closer. It looks like all the demons are gone. This is a good opportunity.
I looked up at Masamune. He nodded with confidence. You trust it?
Let's go, Princess. We sink or we swim.
We went down the mountain. We went down the mountain path and came to the next hole to the underworld. The smell of sulfur festered all around us. The trees around the hole had withered. I realized the branches looked like bones. This place was in another realm. It was where evil spirits lived. Can you reach it from there?
I can reach it. I will reach it.
Which one is Rokaku Takeori? It was a difficult undertaking just looking into a dreadful hole. The depths were filled with the dead, being horrifically tortured.
You can see that pool of blood on the right, can't you?
Yeah.
In there's an exposed ribcage floating. Look, he's glaring at us.
Again, the ribcage glaring at us. Right at that moment, I felt something pierce my heart. From here, the man looked like a small piece of rice. And yet, I could tell his flaring eyes were filled with malice directed toward me. His shining, blazing eyes were fixed on my body. He was frightening. My entire body quivered. I had incurred such great wrath unbeknownst to me.
Princess.
I heard Masamune's voice and felt his big hand. He wrapped it around me and held on to me.
Don't worry, I'm here with you. He's imprisoned in the underworld. He can't do anything to you.
Yeah. I felt Masamune's warmth, and the fear melted away. I stopped shaking and gained confidence. That was right. I didn't need to care about his grudge. That dead man's delusion was the entire reason why the vassals, the people, and I had been killed.
If we shoot from here, it would be better if I used my bow.
But your arm is...
You can hold the bow. I'll pull the bowstring with my good hand.
I nodded and ripped my undershirt one more time. I took the dagger out of its scabbard and tied it to the tip of the arrow. Masamune let go of the bow he'd been carrying and handed it to me.
You must kill him with one shot. Aim well.
You don't need to tell me.
I'm going to pull it.
Okay. I supported the bow while he pulled the bowstring. His high bow started to bend. Masamune was strong. He had used both hands to support it and held it from shaking.
A little more to the left.
Okay. When I'd established our target, the dagger suddenly laughed. I do not trust it. Why are we still trusting him? What? What do you have to say at an important time like this?
Princess. If I return to the underworld, my powers will fade as well.
Huh?
That man might disappear, you know. Can you still fire knowing that? Take your time and think about it.
My heart was swaying, and the tremor started to show up on the bow as well. I had to shoot him. I needed to calm down and shoot Rokaku Takayori. If I didn't, why would I have relied on the dagger and summoned people to help me? Their memories have been stolen, and they face danger in a completely unrelated nation. But... Those are the only 2 moments we've had with him. And this is where I save to make the different choices or the different endings. Which also means I'm going to end the video here as usual and make the different courses their own things. So I'll be back again in a minute on my side.